I suddenly have a craving for flavored bread.
Maybe.
By the way, Scott, did you like the names of the dinos I tamed last night?
I don't think I even paid attention.
I put a picture up. I thought you would appreciate that.
I
Okay,
appreciated
I
that you
am
tamed them,
back.
but I didn't pay attention to the name.
Oh, that was the key is the names.
I will endeavor to look.
For the moment, I don't seem to be coughing, so maybe I will stay unmuted. We'll see. I'm actually
Okay,
feeling a lot better today or this afternoon than I did.
I am back. Whose turn is it? Have we decided?
Not it.
Scott's
Who goes
if we're going
first?
back in
Okay.
order.
Brian did it last, and I did before him, so it's one of the other two.
Yeah, it's one of those two guys.
I heard more than one person say Scott, so you're up.
All right, fine.
Scott's got to check his
I
notes.
should have reviewed my notes then. All right, so welcome to episode 10. When we stopped episode 9, we had just defeated the two hags in the windmill tower, and we were getting anxious to figure out what was in the windmill tower when the DM said, "And that's where we'll stop." So that's where we started. We took a look around, and we found several interesting things, including a trunk of toads. We found a whole bunch of sort of ingredients, it seems, to make the dream pies, several dream pies themselves. We found 3 flasks, one that was golden, one red brown, and one kind of green for mother's milk, youth, and laughter. Then we decided to go to the megalith that was outside, a group of rocks in the shape of a analema, and on top of it were a bunch of ravens.
Hard
one of them
for
in
endgame.
particular we had seen
And
before.
we were dicking around catching.
We had dragged one of the
woodpeckers.
hags out and chopped off our heads in order to prove our fealty to the whatever the ravens seemed to like. When one of them lit on the ground, and lo and behold, she revealed herself as Danica, the wife of the innkeeper from the Blue Water Inn. She said she was part of the Keeper of the Feathers and that they had been fighting Strahd for quite a while now. Specifically, they were going after the druids, which manifest themselves as direwolves. We pumped her for what knowledge we could get from her. We asked her about Victor, the Burgermeister's kid. We asked her about the city of Krez, which has the strongest beacon of power, but apparently that power has been fading for some time now. And we asked her about the wine problem that the city had been having, and she indicated that the wine was actually, the father of wine was actually her father-in-law, a dour man, but it wasn't like them for the wine to be stopping its flow, so there must be something there. Perhaps that's a way that we can get back into the good graces of the Burgermeister, which we seem to piss off later. We went back to Valagai. About that time, we decided that maybe we should talk to our friend, what was his name? Magnificent. Rictavio the Magnificent, and we did catch up to him. In fact, kind of insinuated our way into his good graces, and we're good buddy when we let him know, okay, we know about the cat Samantha and what's going on. He turned out that he was actually there for quite a while. His name wasn't Rictavio, it was John Van Richten? John Van Richten, sure.
Von Richten.
Yeah, Von Richten. And he's a vampire hunter. He's been in Barovia for quite a while hunting vampires. He hates the Vistani because they are friends of Strahd, and he gave us a whole lot of backstory about the area and the history of Strahd, and how Strahd and his brother had a love interest in the single woman whom eventually ended up killing herself, but not before Strahd killed his brother and drank his blood to become a bacteria. Yeah,
A
a
bacteria.
vampire. Some 764 years before. Strahd disappeared for a little while, and the people of the country actually thought he was gone, but he came back after 100 years. We also found out that his brother, Victor, had a sun sword, which the party is now in the possession of. Von Richten decided that he was going to go back to the Wizard's Tower, the wizard that he is, I guess, the manservant for, and we said that we would be along presently, but we really wanted to see the Festival of Fire. So we went to the Festival of Fire the next day, and it ended up being a complete crap show. We kind of made some enemies, kind of irritated the Burgermeister, and kind of got kicked out of the city. So we left.
I appreciate they used the "we" in that statement.
I'm with you, buddy. I'm with you,
No
buddy.
shit, man.
There's no way I'm gonna.
We all know you mean me when you say we.
We're only as strong as our weakest link.
There's no way I'm gonna blame you for opening your mouth at an inappropriate time.
It's hard not to though. He's gonna kill that guy.
That'd be
I-
like, yeah, but that'd be like blaming Scott for bad rolls. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or terrible
We-
sons.
that's his
we
thing.
are in this together. And we ended up walking around a little bit, and eventually we ended up at Von Richten's Tower, which is where the party is now and where we begin today.
Okay. It should be noted that marked on maps, this is the Wizard's Tower of Baratok.
I want to add one more quick thing. Scott, I appreciate how thorough your notes are because they definitely fully brought everything to the forefront of my mind of what we did last week. They were very thorough.
They're scribbled. We learned a lot of the backstory of this area last
Yes,
time.
we did. And that was a nice refresher 'cause I forgot some of that, actually, quite a bit of that.
Okay. So I'm going to reshare the map for those of you that don't have it up. And let me get the map of Barovia up here.
So, Nick, we'd appreciate if you don't badmouth the Bacteria Hunter.
Hey, whatever it takes, man. is his name Louis Pasteur?
I don't know. Let's ask. Oh, it's Van Richten.
Okay. So there's
I need
both
that
sheets,
vaccination.
including our
Oh,
Lake
remember we
Baratok
saw
map.
the like tribal guys who were covered in white, whatever.
You
We
did?
did.
That is true.
We did.
All
Now
right.
I want to make a vampire hunter named Louis Pasteur.
So I believe we covered approaching the tower. Do you want a refresher for that?
Yes.
So you've come to a cold mountain lake enclosed by misty woods and rocky bluffs. A thick fog creeps across a dark, still water. The trail ends at a grass-covered causeway that stretches 100 yards across the lake to a flat, marshy island with a stone tower on it. The tower is old and decrepit, with collapsing scaffolds clinging to one side, where a large gash has split the wall. Time-worn griffin statues, their wings and flanks covered with moss, perch atop the buttresses that support the walls. Parked near the base of the tower, within sight of the entrance, is a barrel-topped wagon spattered with mud. Upon closer inspection, Vermeil, that is not Rictavio's wagon. It's a similar construction, just like most of the Vistani wagons. But if you had to pick that wagon, you would say it's a Vistani wagon, not his carnival wagon.
Okay.
Does there
Does it
appear
look
to be
like-
prints of Rictavio and a giant cat or anything nearby?
Give me a survival. For some basic notes, the tower is about 80 feet tall. From the looks of the windows, it has about 4 levels. Looks like the middle levels you have arrow slits as opposed to full windows. The top floor is wider than the base of the tower. And it has window boxes as well.
Does it look like the same wagon as Madame Evie's? Like, I don't know what check that would be.
Investigation. And Raider, no, you do not see any. Rictavio will be harder to spot, but you definitely don't see any tracks that would make you think that tiger was here.
Tracks
and
at all?
there are some tracks, but it's kind of like a filled-in gravel ford here that crosses. So, but the area immediately before it, you can see wagon tracks, a couple boot prints, but more like a random print that hasn't been erased by time as opposed to recent.
Recent.
Jimmy, you are fairly confident that is that if that's not a Vistani wagon, it was made by whoever made the other Vistani wagons. It's very similar. The construction is their style.
What time of day is it, Jason?
It is dusk. Maybe not.
Okay.
You've got a couple hours until sundown. It's
Are there
very
any
overcast
lights that
though.
We can see through the windows.
No,
The tower looks completely dark and
tower
trees
it looks
and-
dark. That is correct.
Did it look like there were any tracks from any other wagons, or?
No, there's 2 pretty deep ruts that look worn in from the wagon that's there now. Like you can see 2 ruts leading out of the ford, inch deep water up to the Vistani wagon parked at the base.
So that wagon that's there, does it look like it's been there a while?
It looks like it's been there a decent while. Yes,
There are no pack animals around?
it's been there. Like the ruts are crusted over and worn down, so like they're not fresh.
I'd like to try to, I guess, go up to it basically, but cautiously, see if there's something living there. Or
Okay,
what.
real quick, Tibble, you said something.
I was just asking if there are any draft animals around, but obviously if the wagon
No, none in sight. No animals in sight.
Raider would accompany Vermeil. He would.
Okay, we got Vermeil and Raider approaching. Is the rest of the party going, or is this going to be solo endeavor?
No, I think we should all go.
Okay. What in particular are you looking for with the wagon?
Well, one, I want to see if anyone's living in the wagon or if it looks abandoned.
Okay.
If it doesn't look like anyone's there, I may want to go into the wagon even.
Okay. Second here. I'm gonna.
I kind of circle around the wagon and see if there are tracks that lead to the door.
And here, share sheet. There we go. I'm gonna sync this view up in a second. I'm gonna unmask a bit for you guys. Mm-hmm. Okay, and let's get here. And let's get here. And let's get here. Is it me or does this music remind you of Superman 1? When he was flying Lois around? Too old?
Yeah, I don't watch crappy movies.
Turn the music off.
Okay, so that's a. Let me sync view. There we go. Client view synced. Oh, and I can show the bottom half of the map. That'll be fine. Every square in here is 5 feet,
foggy.
FYI.
Okay.
Here, sync client view. There we go. Okay, so now what specifically are you looking for with the wagon?
One, I want to see if it's occupied or trapped or anything like that.
Does not appear to be occupied. Under the layers of mud, you can see that the wagon sports a fresh coat of purple paint, and the wheels have a fancy gold trim. There's a brass lantern hanging from each corner, and red drapes cover a tombstone-shaped window on each side. A steel padlock secures the back door, and hanging from it is a cheap wooden sign that reads, "Keep out."
I thought that was what's his name's wagon
I
look
would-
like.
I would like to approach the main door to the tower while we're doing this and do divine sense.
Okay. I need to look one thing up. No, wrong one.
But it's
Spells.
definitely not the style of Van Richten's cart.
Correct.
Okay, I thought maybe he just like brought it here and then painted it or something.
Did we crash the wrong party?
Maybe.
We got kicked out so fast he didn't make it here yet.
He left yesterday.
Read this and make sure I'm not doing this wrong.
I linked it in chat just in case you need the ability. It's 60 feet range for
Okay.
celestial fiend or undead.
I do want to point out that it does look like the
Okay.
wagon in Van Richtem's tower map is pointed a different direction than Van Richtem's tower drawing.
Is it?
Small
Yep.
editing issue.
How dare they?
How dare that?
Not necessarily.
Maybe not. We're gonna
No,
say
I
no.
think you're right. I think you're right.
Theater of the mind, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Look at
This is why I hate
leaves.
maps.
Look at these.
Okay. So, interestingly, Jimmy, not only do you not sense any malevolent, evil, fiends, celestials, undead, you don't sense anything. As in, your divine sense is not working.
Oh,
Oh.
It does
Good
expend to use, however.
that's fine. I'm gonna tell the party something's not right here. But it is a wizard. We know this is a wizard's tower, right? We were told this or no?
Yeah.
Yes,
The
on the
Wizard's
map,
Tower.
it's written the Wizard's Tower of Baratok.
Okay.
As you walk over to tell them, as you get, the distance here. As you get,
It's only 10 feet to the wagon.
yeah, I know. I'm trying to read exactly at what point it happens. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
just
as
tell
you
that
get
we-
about 5 feet away from the steps,
Okay.
suddenly you feel it and you see, like, you can tell your divine sense is working. When you
Okay.
turn around and look at the tower, there is actually a null area. Because when you look with your divine sense, even mundane things have almost like a halo of golden light tracing the edges or something, like someone inked it. And
Yeah.
when you look at the tower, it's bland. It's mundane. The color literally stops about 5 feet away from it.
Interesting. I don't like it. I'm gonna relay it to the party. That the tower is shielded from divine magic. Or my I was divine. The tower is shielded from my sight. That's how I word it.
I would turn to him and say, "The tower's right there."
Huh.
Oh, Jesus.
Indeed.
I'm gonna
And
ignore
they say-
Tibble
they say
and
odds
try
are
to
we
figure
get
out
kicked
this
out of the
card
city.
thing. Is there anyone like in the card or anything like that I can notice?
Not that you see. Give me an investigation check. I
But
believe you said you
does
were
my
looking for
sense
traps.
work on does my sense work on that wagon or no?
It works, but you don't sense any.
Okay, that was the thing on that. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll tell part of that. That was
You don't see anything in your surroundings that triggers
Okay.
it.
Are the
Okay.
top of the wheels dusty and dirty, or does it look like the rain has washed off the mud from the top of the wheels?
They are actually
already-
caked with mud.
Oh, okay.
You can see that it's got gold trim on the wheels under the mud, but the wagon's pretty dirty.
It's dirty. All right.
Brian, you cannot see inside it because the curtains are drawn over the windows. But you can't see any shadow of movement.
Do I think it'd be easier to break the padlock or break through the windows?
It would probably be easier to break the window. I mean,
All right.
picking the padlock might work, but
Well, I don't want to break the card. I just want to break into it.
okay.
So whichever way's easier, I want to try that way.
Okay. It would probably be easier just to break the window. If you don't want there to be any sign that you broke in, then you'd probably want to pick the lock.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to just shatter a window.
Okay. Well, if you're looking to get in without it being obvious you got in, then you'd pick the lock of your options here.
Okay. Yeah, I'll pick the lock.
Okay,
if that's
then that's a dexterity check with proficiency. So,
Oh, do we see anybody like looking out the windows?
do
at
you
us,
have
or no?
do you have expertise? Hey, Gray Fox, do you have expertise with thieves' tools?
I think I only have 2, which are deception and persuasion.
Okay,
Don't all
then
put down by
dex
default?
check with your proficiency bonus. If you have something that's just a dex check with proficiency, you can roll that too. If it's not expertise,
How do I add my proficiency?
I would just drag the bonus and drop it in your mod window, or just type in the mod window.
Where does it save my bonus?
Oh, main page.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
+3.
it should be +3.
So
What's
plus
your-
3 and then dex.
Yeah, you could actually.
There.
Let's do this. I'm gonna say
I
Nice.
nailed it.
perfect. I'm gonna still do this though. I'm gonna say add thieves tools, stat dex, and you're proficient. How about I set it to dex though? There we go. +6. So now you've got a thieves tools you can roll.
All right.
All right. You actually easily pick the lock. It's pretty simple.
Sweet.
So
Any of you guys want to go in, or do you want me to check it out? I don't think there's anything in there.
Probably not. Let's open the
I'll
door and find out.
I'll watch the bank. Make sure no one's seeing this.
All right, I'll go on in.
okay,
I'll go with Ramin.
okay.
It's a pretty
And
tiny wagon.
What are you doing, Jimmy?
Sorry, I was muted. I was trying to see if anybody's looking at us through the windows or anything, or maybe looking around that scaffolding, see if I can look in a window.
Okay, you might be able to climb up the scaffolding to get to a window. And Tibble. Okay, so as you twist the latch to open the door, you hear a tinking of glass, and then there's a thunderous explosion. And that's
Oh,
not
nice.
Jason being funny. There is a thunderous explosion. So
Wow.
as you pull the door open, you see a flask of green viscous liquid in a bottle falling, and it crashes into just dozens of these bottles strung all over the floor.
Wow, that's the right time to
It's
water
alchemist fire, and they all burst. There's actually 100 flasks of alchemist fire that detonate when the first one goes off.
Holy
So-
shit.
Every creature within 30 feet of the wagon, 5, 10, let's see, let's just draw a little.
So would I have protection because I'm like around?
You
the
are in a
corner
pretty
here
good spot. So, and I need to be fair, Raider's farther than that because he said he was checking out the stream, which is actually further that way. Raider is out of it. You are barely on. I'm even going to say you're out of the blast because you're checking out the scaffolding. So you
Yeah.
need to at least be in that square. Okay, so it's just you two getting caught. I'll be right back.
Sorry,
I really needed like level 6, I think it is.
Yeah.
To get evasion or whatever.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You should have checked for chats first, huh?
I did.
Oh, did you? I
You
didn't
just
realize.
can't see. You can't see inside to check for traps.
Right.
It's hard to do when there's no windows to look through.
Yeah, but might be figure something else. I don't know. That's rough. And I was actually debating not leaving the party behind, like not going over by myself. But I'm glad I did now.
Brian, it was fun playing the game with you, buddy.
Hey,
Brian's in the worst
You
position.
guys are both good at dex saves. You
yeah,
might,
but Brian's got shit for health.
you might be okay, maybe.
well, I'm just gonna use my inspiration and try to live.
Do you have inspiration? That'll help at least.
Yeah. I will do whatever it takes to try to live.
Live, damn you.
Anyone got healing potions? Didn't we get a couple?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Scott has one, and I have one. Do all three of us have one?
Raider doesn't have one.
Does
but
not.
that was
Okay.
one of us.
I think we did it because Scott
Just
is so
can move
mobile,
around really quick and get to people.
and I have one just because I get the shit beat out of me so much.
And at 7th level, I get evasion, which means that if I fail the dex save, I
You
would
take
take
half.
half damage.
I
And if
play
I
get
pass
evasion.
the save, I take no damage.
I
See?
get that at 6, Scott.
Oh,
Yeah, I plan on having
So
evasion
close.
before I went paladin instead.
Shouldn't we have
So
leveled
close.
at some point?
We did, I thought.
We need to level twice, real quick.
I need another level. God damn it.
Didn't we level after killing the hags? I think we did. Yeah,
we're
we leveled
about
after
to
killing the hags.
we're about to get leveled.
Well, if they were friendly in the tower before,
If we
probably
survive.
aren't now. Now I don't feel so bad about what I did at the city.
Why? We wouldn't be in this mess in that case.
Yeah, we would come here eventually. This would all happen.
We might have leveled from the city and then I'd have more hit points and
thought-
evasion.
We thought this place was friendly. We should have just walked up the door and knocked, rather than breaking and entering.
I'm not breaking into the tower.
No, just the
I'm trying to
wagon.
figure out what the fuck is
tower.
up with this wagon.
We could have just knocked and asked.
It's not the dude's thing.
Maybe it's his buddies. I don't know. We don't know
This
them.
could be enough to damage to
Doesn't
just
have
kill
buddies.
us outright.
His buddy is the fucking cat.
How much damage does
cat's not
Fire
innocent.
do?
I think it's 1d4 each, and he said there were 100 of them. So that's 40
10 of them.
to
I thought I said 10 of them.
oh 10.
No, he said like 100, but
Yeah,
Holy shit. 100 D4.
yeah.
I gotta.
So it'll be
400 damage,
250 hit points. All right, I'm dead.
So average damage, that's 2.5.
Well, I'm sure that. Well, we'll see.
2.5 times 100.
I mean, if we die here, then I'll just go play Ark, I
Raider.
guess.
I call dibs on their stuff.
There won't
What
be any
stuff? It's
stuff.
melted.
I know. And we're so poor, anyways.
It'll all be blue. One blue this way, one blue this way.
I am blue.
It's Dabu D.
Jason's like, shit, I didn't want to play anyway.
It's been a lot of years since I heard that song.
Oh, whenever we play Uno and I change the color, like I'll change to blue and I'll start singing that, and then like
Sorry,
later I'll change to like
goodness.
green and I sing that.
Nice. I'm waiting for him to post up pictures of the paintball game.
It really annoys people. But when you're playing Uno, isn't that your job? Is just to piss people off?
I don't know. I don't like Uno. I like euchre.
Exactly.
Hey, John, what's the most popular card game in Canada?
Poker.
yeah, probably poker. It's the only card game I really play.
Oh, not like cribbage or anything like that? Okay.
I mean, parents would play cribbage at the lake and stuff.
Hey, you shut up, okay? I played cribbage as a kid, okay?
So did I at the lake. With my parents.
That was a big thing in Boy Scouts, actually. But in Ohio, it's all
I was
euchre in
ice
Ohio.
skating on the lake in like July.
It's not that cold. In fact, it gets really warm.
What's really warm, like 70?
Like Winnipeg gets up to 30 degrees Celsius, so that's like
What's it in real
High
temperature?
Exactly. What's that in America?
High 80s. It was 80 degrees here last night at like
No, hang on.
2:30 in the morning.
38 degrees Celsius is 100 or 100.
He said 30.
Oh,
30. It gets up to maybe like 30 to 35. 35 is like the hottest it usually would get.
because I played, it was like 85 this weekend when I played paintball on Sunday. Or 30, I should
That's
say.
grossly warm.
It was a
What?
little warm. Saturday was a lot
What's
better.
that?
Saturday was like 75
Like-
degrees Fahrenheit.
I'm getting comfortable.
What's 75 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius?
Anything above
Oh.
25 Celsius is, if
I
the
would
sun's out,
kill-
it's
You know,
too
I
warm.
need to immigrate to Canada because I like the cold. I'm from Iowa. I don't like the heat.
Well, Iowa gets both.
Once
It
you
does
start
not-
getting in the 80s, it's too warm for me.
Yeah.
I would love 80-degree weather.
See, I don't like the super cold. I like 30 to 70. That's my ideal temperature range. Fahrenheit. Obviously.
30 to 70? Man, that's
Yeah.
lame.
You're lame. I could
Yeah,
do
you
70 to
just
80,
move to Canada.
but Canada gets a lot colder, you know?
Well, there's nowhere that gets
Actually,
30 to
If
70.
you
There
move to the
is,
coast,
okay?
Pacific Northwest.
Europe. due to the
Vancouver
trade
areas,
winds-
Vancouver probably be a
Yep.
perfect temperature for you.
Due to the
Yeah.
trade winds in Europe, it rarely drops below freezing and rarely gets above the 80s. Or we didn't have air conditioning as a kid when I lived in Europe because didn't need air conditioning. It didn't get that hot.
You do realize
Whoa.
Europe's a pretty big place, and you're painting it with a pretty swad brush.
Well, he's
was-
talking
I was
specifically,
there
I
in
think,
February,
Germany.
and it was a
Like,
lot
like,
colder than
like
30 degrees.
The coast, like the coast area, the trade winds specifically. I lived in Belgium specifically.
Oh, Belgium? Okay.
Yeah, it was the trade winds, Holland, Belgium, that area.
You lived on the
Amazing
coast
weather.
of Belgium?
About a half hour from the beach. It was about a half hour.
I like summertime.
I see. I like the fall. Fall my favorite time of year.
I don't know what the temperature was today, but I was pretty comfortable.
I
Let's
enjoy
see.
summer weather over winter
Yeah,
weather.
Clockwork. As for Jimmy, he started off as originally being a little bit of barbarian, an all rogue. He ended up as a 1 barbarian, 2 rogue, rest paladin. He had a guilty. I don't know. Found his faith, and I don't know. Couldn't handle the kids getting tortured or eaten.
Oh, I just realized Jason didn't give me inspiration for giving a recap.
If you
Apparently,
didn't earn it.
recaps sucked.
Apparently, it did.
You didn't earn it.
Hey, I got pressed into service.
It's your turn.
Oh, it's
Well,
87 degrees right now.
Yeah, it's. I'm assuming you have AC though. Otherwise, you're crazy.
Yeah, I keep my temperature at 66 degrees at night.
Yeah, it's supposed to get like 95 tomorrow. It was like mid 90s
Fuck
today.
that.
I was comfortable.
Fuck that.
It'll be 92 and rainy on Thursday, so that'll be fun.
I mean, that's not nearly as bad as like actually being sunny. But
It was a high of 76 today, or is that right? Just right now. 70.
That's right now here.
Now, tomorrow's gonna be 91.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That's low today is 76.
Oh, our low is 70. Yeah, we're going into a heat wave right now, unfortunately.
Yeah, we'll be 92
okay.
tomorrow.
That's what I have a desk job for.
You'll be 92.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be 95 here.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
But
You
does
don't even
sound-
know what heat
Does
is.
my voice
Scott.
sound funny still, or is it getting more normal sounding?
It's you can tell you're sick, but
Okay.
yeah, it's
'Cause
better.
I feel a lot better than I did this morning, so I wasn't sure if it was still noticeable.
No, like it's like you know how when you're recovering from a cold and your voice is
Yeah.
recovering but still a little it's in that.
Gotcha. 'Cause I do feel a lot better.
Yeah, where you almost have like more bass.
Gotcha.
Just sing that one all about the bass song.
I'm all about that bass. About that bass. No trouble.
That sounded like a dead frog.
Kind of did. It sounded like a sick
Like
friend.
I was picturing the Budweiser frogs getting updated.
Budweiser. I'm gonna mute myself so I don't have to blow my nose.
So this is what death
150
is
for
like.
July
huh?
isn't bad. I think I was about
For-
150 as well.
For a one-bedroom apartment?
Oh, 1 bedroom apartment. Yeah, that's high. That is high.
Yeah.
Wait,
Fuck.
what's a one-bedroom apartment?
My
Doc was
defense.
saying his one-bedroom apartment cost him $150 to AC.
That's the
last
same
month.
price.
Oh,
my house is
I didn't see.
2,200 square feet, and that's what we paid in the past month. And I keep my house at 66 at night.
that's really cold.
Wow,
That is
that is
cold.
cold.
I like to sleep in the cold.
I only go down to 72.
Yep. Now at
Thanks,
in,
I'd
I
have
keep
to-
mine as
it's
high as I can
76.
stand, which is like 74, 75
Not me.
right now.
in the daytime, I let it go up to 75 when I'm not home. But if I'm home, it's like 70. If I'm sleeping at 66.
In my computer room back here, it gets to about 80, 85 easy in the
In your
summer.
computer, you mean in the living room?
No, I'm in my
pretty glad I
own
moved
room.
my computer
Oh, really?
to
I
the
thought that was
basement.
your living room.
No, my living room's the other side of the
Oh.
house. See, small
Okay.
room.
I
It's like a
didn't
back
realize that.
bedroom.
I guess I saw the couch behind you, and sometimes your wife or your girlfriend would be on it. So I
She just
just
likes
Oh, I
she
know.
likes to hang out with me.
I always
Fiancé.
just assumed you had whatever. I always assumed you had it in your living room. I don't know. I just
Nah.
because you're the TV right there, so I just assumed.
Yeah.
You know.
No, this is we call it the nerd room. I
That's
have all my nerdy shit.
My man cave is AKA the storage room. I got shit everywhere in here right now.
Your man cave. That's
Yeah,
not much
it's
of a
supposed to
cave. It's up in the attic.
It's not up in that. It's the fourth bedroom. But I got a lot of yard sale stuff in here. Plus, I tore it apart over the Friday or Thursday when I was packing, looking
Yeah.
for all my paintball gear. I almost forgot both my markers. That could have been really bad.
I guess we're playing DNP.
You keep the DP to yourself.
Dungeons and pissing cats.
Yes.
Dungeon penetration, what?
I'm out.
Yeah, I'm not touching that one. Not touching that one. That one's
We're about
Raiders.
to get penetrated.
We're not going to get penetrated. We're going to get
D4 100.
exfoliated.
100 D4. That's right. That's what it is. Yeah, 100 D4.
I doubt it'll be that high, but it's going to hurt.
Oh my
I
god.
like the way Jason said it, and
Okay.
it blows up.
Let's be fair. Let's be generous. Let's say it's half that. That's still more than enough to kill you. I mean, easily. A couple
I
times.
have like
over.
20 something hit points. I'm pretty much
28,
just
yeah.
down.
Pretty much
Yeah,
dead.
what is it? If you take more damage than
If you go negative, more than negative, your hit points.
then you're killed
You are
outright.
Instant
Is
death.
it full? Is it
Yeah.
full or half your hit points?
It's full.
Full hit points. Okay.
So if you take more than 40 damage, we'll scrape you
That's-
off the wall.
That's crazy.
See, this is why I haven't done anything this whole fucking time except for specifically what's on the mission.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, by the way, you want to do something extra? You fucking
And
die.
the worst part is, you guys are right at the epicenter. Like you're not even like a ways away or anything where it might.
I don't
weaken.
think that matters.
I don't know. Maybe.
We're going to have to change the name of this to Four Idiots.
No, just two idiots.
2 idiots and some barbecue.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Well, I got to level 5 and got my dual attacks. Yay! It would have been nice to have magical fists. But,
Now, traditionally, 4 to 6 is where the campaign ends for us, so this is right about on par.
well, you remember the last time we did a fight on scaffolding? That ended the whole campaign. Jason said, "We're not playing this
Sure
again."
did.
That was an awesome fight, though, wasn't it?
That was an incredible fight.
I just kept going in.
With
Because
the
what would
D&D?
Bergus do? Oh, go forward. Got it.
It's the fighting on scaffolding. It's a campaign killer.
Oh,
I loved Bergus because when I was thinking, like, what would he do? Okay, what's the most obvious and blunt thing he could do? I'm doing that.
oh my god. I just can't believe this happened. Lesson learned, don't fuck with people's personal property in Curse Strahd.
You can't do anything but
I
literally
know.
the exact story. It's just,
It's so.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see how lethal it is, but I feel like it's gonna be really lethal.
yeah. Like I'm like, if I die right now, I'm just whatever. It would
Yeah.
just suck if your only warning is there was a wooden sign that said "keep out."
We'll see.
I mean, that is pretty. That is pretty blunt. Keep out. I mean, there's no.
We'll see.
I'm a rogue. I'm trying to do shit. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Thought it'd be fun.
It's funny to me.
I didn't say funny. I said fun.
That too.
I'm
Let's
looking
play
for
the game.
fun.
I just say that
Play
this,
the
does,
game.
this goes down like this is probably one of those moments I retell. They're like, dude, this rogue broke into his trailer. The thing
And it
exploded
wasn't
for
me
100
for once.
No, it exploded for 100 D4 damage. It was insane.
Well, honestly, if there's 100 of them, would they all do D4?
You'd think.
I don't know what the multiplier is. I'm sure that written in the book is going to be the damage.
Oh,
Yeah, I believe that.
I don't know. I feel like it should be quite literal.
Oh, forgot the slash.
Dude, don't be a dick. Oh, I
Oh.
died,
Hey,
guys.
That's
Pete,
well below
Why
average.
did you get +3 damage? That's cheating.
I
Reroll.
forgot. I had a modifier in there.
That's better. See,
That's-
you
that's
lost
still well
27
below
damage.
We all agreed the average is what? We said 250, right?
62. I'm
It
I'm
should
at
be
0.
2.5.
I'm at 0.
There's a
and
He's
lot of
not
ones that
rolling-
roll. But
He's
I don't
not
think it's
rolling
actually
100.
rolling 100.
So, really,
I don't think Fantasy Grounds can roll 100 at once.
He's rolling 60.
how'd you do that? Roll or slash die?
Slash die, yeah. But I think it only rolls 60. It has
I
a
think
max.
you're right.
I think
Yeah.
I actually was the one that commented on the forums that they couldn't roll Meteor Swarm because that was 40 dice, and I think they upped it to 60.
11 times 6. What is it?
What is Meteor Swarm?
66.
It's the level 9 spell.
Oh, never heard of it.
So what we're gonna do here then? Die. 50 D4. Die. 50 D4.
That's
So he
it.
takes that many damage.
Oh, 214. That's nothing. You're way below average.
You want to try that again?
Oh, 224. You're still way below average.
Barely. Not way below. Not 150 or 120, you know.
What does
Yeah,
slash
you're less
die
than 2%
do?
below.
That's the one that kills everybody.
Slash die meteor. Fuck. Maybe it's just illusion fire.
Maybe.
Illusory fire. It'll blow all over you, and you'll.
I feel like that's not really a thing in this campaign where they just fake vicious deaths.
It's been an hour and we haven't done anything yet.
And it's not true. We opened a door instead
And
of
blew
a
up.
trap. Yeah.
You got set up to maybe die.
Talk about the ultimate cliffhanger.
Man, why can't I have the recap on games like this?
I don't know. It
Dying
just
in
it
slow
feels
motion.
like. Do you remember the original D&D when it's like you'd walk somewhere and then you'd roll a death save and fail it and just be dead?
Fall down
That's
stairs.
really
yeah.
what I'm feeling like right now.
This is like the cinematics where they open the door, there's a big explosion, and they go flying back in slow motion. Well, right now we're like in like 1 hour long slow motion.
Fuck you, you do that. I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna calmly walk away. Like I may be dying.
Yeah.
It'll be like Breaking Bad. Half my face is gone.
Oh no, dude! Oh yeah,
I'll
exactly.
just-
Breaking
I'll,
Bad.
I'll
yeah.
fix my tie and die.
That'd be awesome. If you do die, you guys say that's how you do it, Brian, because that'd be amazing.
I don't have a tie.
You're gonna have a Colombian necktie.
I'll grab my disguise kit, grab a tie, tie it on real quick, and then fix it, and then die.
Do you know what a Colombian
Nailed
necktie
it.
is?
Yes.
Okay, just checking. Does anybody here not know what a Colombian necktie is? All right. I feel like somebody doesn't know, but they don't want to be the one to say they don't know.
I really like raspberry tea. It's
Yeah.
I'm about to make Tibble Kibble.
good. Oh, did you check the names?
Oh no, let me do that now. I gotta-
Every time you do that, Jason comes back. See, I knew it'd work.
Oh,
Oh
man,
yeah,
that's
you
fine.
nailed that. You weren't kidding.
We don't want him to come back.
Back.
So they've been exploding in slow motion. You think like they're all blowing away, like in this really super slow motion.
Okay.
Dude, we've already planned how to die, so.
Okay.
So I
104,
need
right?
a DC 12 Constitution check from the two people in the blast radius.
Okay, and just so you know, Jason, Fantasy Grounds cannot roll more than 66 dice at once. So if it's 100 D4, you have to do 50 D4 times 2.
All
It's
right,
not
I'm going to
100 D4.
inspiration this.
You said 100 assets left.
Because I need all the advantage I can get on this shit. Oh, it didn't really matter. I failed.
Oh.
I'm dead, guys.
This is not gonna go well.
I'm dead, man. Like, I honestly just feel like first edition D&D.
Die
at the
cut
moment.
off.
Vermeil takes
No, this is actually not. This is the monk.
exceeds hit points by 24. Status is dying.
He's not dead though. That's what
He's
matters.
not dead.
He is not
Excellent.
dead. Tibble takes 26.
That's not so bad. I mean, it's bad, but it's not. You know.
So if I had the saving throw, I would have had 2 hit points left.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Okay.
So I want to go split it, like slide in, touch with lay on hands.
You're both thrown back 5 feet, and the wagon is blown to smithereens.
Holy shit.
Is there anything in it?
I'm assuming Raider starts
Smithereens,
hearing a
that's
laughing in his
all
head.
that's left.
Raider
No one
hears
gives a
more
fuck
of
about
a
Raider being a dick
Raider
right
gets
now.
more of a dude. I seriously did not see that coming. He's like, it's the little things.
Mm.
Well, I mean, my thought is, if they didn't know where we were here, they do now. So
Yeah.
So you're gonna lay on hands?
yes.
I guess I'm gonna quaff my healing potion.
Actions, lay on hands. I can do up to 10 hit points. Do I use all of it or just give them 1 hit point? What do you guys think? All of it, right? No, I'm gonna do like all but not. I'm gonna do 9 of that way. I have 1 more in reserve for when this happens again.
Move next time the card explodes.
For the next cart you blow up.
Yeah.
Raider's gonna see that people are handling it and watch the
So,
shoreline to see
You
if
have,
anyone's like
you have
charging
9
at
hit
us
points, Brian.
from the giant explosion.
Okay. So the explosion causes a mushroom cloud that's roiling up into the sky now. Throws shrapnel for quite a ways.
I guess I'm like right here now.
And thus far, outside of the trees clearing of small birds as they all take off and fly away, no, you do not see anything charging.
Nobody's looking out the window or anything.
That's fine.
All they are is arrow slits.
Oh, okay.
But it doesn't look like it. You don't see the arrow slits darkening. They're already pretty dark.
Didn't we get a passcode or something to knock on the door with?
I don't believe so. I can show you the tower door, though.
No, I thought somebody gave us a code word to show we were friends.
That was the Raven lady.
No,
Yeah.
the tiger guy. The tiger guy said to say something.
No, the
It was
Raven lady said to
them.
say something
The
to her
Raven lady
husband.
I swear the tiger guy said something too. Maybe he's gonna clear
And
the
we
way for
did,
us.
didn't we?
Hey Jason, I took that healing potion for 9.
I saw. Didn't it
Okay,
heal you?
Brian.
I
You
didn't
didn't-
actually.
you
I
didn't apply it to himself.
try it.
Oh, here.
Oh.
Thank you.
I don't think I actually did it.
No, because it's not typed as healing.
17. Yeah. All right, I did it.
Thanks.
Okay. So, that's the door to the tower, by the way. Hey, Coops.
Clearly, you've missed an epic explosion, Koofs.
So the tower door is made of iron. It has no visible handles or hinges. In the middle of the door is a large embossed symbol, a connected series of lines with 8 stick figures set around it. Carved into the lintel above the door is a word, Khazan, Khazan.
Maybe we have to copy the stick figure motions in the order that they're there.
Or we
Yeah,
could
do
just
it,
knock.
Jimmy.
Okay, let's try knocking first.
Okay.
In case they didn't hear the explosion.
Right.
I mean, no one came to the door, so
Maybe the same thing stops my divine sense stops sound from entering. You know, like it's a two-way block.
Okay.
Sorry.
So it doesn't really matter who knocks.
Okay.
Anyone within 10 feet of it needs to give me a DC 15 dexterity saving throw. If
Fuck,
you are
sure.
wearing metal armor, you have disadvantage.
Fuck. Oh, fuck.
Jimmy failed. Vermeil made it.
Fuck this tower, man.
I'm still probably down.
Yeah.
But hey,
You're
you
still
know, Brian,
probably down.
I saved 1 hit point for you, so we're good. We got you back up.
Oh, you said dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
Oh no.
Oh.
You said within 10. How
Oh.
much did you actually mean?
Within
You
10
said
feet.
15.
He's
Man.
over, he's 20
Wait,
feet away.
Tibble's far
Oh,
away.
I'm farther away. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
He moved up.
I just heard roll.
Yeah. So.
I thought it was
roll
another
a-
explosion, so you jumped.
Fuck. Let me get here. Trap. lightning damage. Oh, I should probably drop it over here. Okay, so Jimmy takes
Yeah.
25 lightning damage,
Oh,
Oh,
and Vermeil takes 12,
Is down.
but is down again.
excellent.
You're both thrown back 10 feet, and the area, the entire tower is enveloped in lightning. Let me scroll up here.
Nice. Coming here was a great idea.
Yeah, the entire tower is surrounded by wreathing lightning that goes from floor to from the base all the way to the tip of it and swirls around it. It's crackling and popping, and there's a smell of ozone in the air. It occasionally arcs out and strikes twigs. It's blasting away at the scaffolding. Yeah, it's crackling
get it.
away.
I'm gonna get up and heal Vermeil with my last lay on hand.
Okay.
Vermeil, maybe you should stay back.
Vermeil's just in passenger mode the rest of today,
Alright,
so
we got 1 hit point. You're gonna stay 35 feet back, Vermeil.
I don't know. I'm just staying 50 feet back, and hopefully no one breathes on me, or I like get a saving throw that doesn't matter because it rounds up to 1.
That is a
Maybe-
good point. Rounding up. Got me with the rounding.
Nice.
Poison
wanna
needle,
try-
save for half. Nah, not much point.
Nice. I want to try copy the symbols, like the stick figures on that symbol,
Okay.
like the motions or whatever.
All right. Interesting. So, to be clear, you are saying
I'm not touching anything. I'm just gonna
No,
make the
that's-
motions.
that's Jason doing the DM thing.
Yeah.
All right. Just to be clear. All right. I'm trying to get the picture where I can see it again. I got too much shit on my screen. Okay. If we were to
Yeah,
number
but-
these 1 through 8,
Yeah.
right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which one are you doing first?
The 11. And it
There's
follows
1 through
line
8.
through.
1 through 8 is
Not
rough.
like a
Oh,
clock.
No.
Like a clock, sorry. Clock's- sorry. Then-
that was great.
Which-
I do
which
the
one's
11.
one?
Lightning explodes. Okay.
Hang on.
I think he does the 8.
I was about to say 11 too before that.
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
you are doing which one?
the upper left.
Okay. 8.
Northwest.
Yeah, that's
Your
8.
Northwest. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can do northwest. Okay, that works. You do
Yeah.
northwest. You see him throw his hands up in like he's doing the YMCA. Now what?
Yeah. And then I'm gonna go down to south.
Okay.
Like a
He
fall-
throws one arm down. He's doing the Egyptian. Next.
Yeah. And then was that north? I guess.
Okay.
You
He
just do
does.
shitty jumping jacks.
Yeah, he does like a shitty jumping jack. Next.
West.
Okay. He does the double arms down like he's doing the ooh ooh ooh. Next.
And then was that southeast?
Okay. Signals the field goal.
And then was that northeast?
Yep. Does another Egyptian.
Southwest
Declares the runner safe.
to due east.
Does the MC Hammer strut.
Yeah.
The door clicks and swings open. Inspiration.
Fuck me, that worked. Jimmy said that's in character.
Okay. Fuck me, that works.
are you shitting me?
Hey, you guys want to know something fun?
What's that?
If he'd made a mistake, a young blue dragon would have popped into existence and attacked.
Seriously?
Yeah, dead serious.
Nice, nice.
When I looked at the notes this afternoon, I'm like, they're going to fucking wipe tonight. They're going to blow up that fucking cart, then they're going to set off the lightning, and if any of them are left, they're going to get eaten by a blue dragon.
You know, Jason, I
What if he
almost
did
did it
it-
in the reverse order. Like, what
Yeah.
if I do it in the reverse order?
Either way works.
Oh, okay, okay.
But if you tried to go around the clock, you would have been screwed.
I mean, it seems obvious to follow the line. It's like, are they gonna be assholes to make it do it backwards? You know
I'm
what I
just
mean?
remembering the puzzles. So
I
I was like, this could go really badly.
I didn't think I thought knocking would be polite. I didn't think I was gonna hurt quite so bad.
Yeah.
I
So
didn't think
Raiders,
you'd be trapped.
Raider wants to ask the group if we want to step inside yet, or if we want to like tend
Yeah,
to
I
the wounds
figure
outside for a
They're
bit.
protecting from. I figure I've gotten hurt way more outside than inside. I say we go inside. It's gotta be safer in there.
That's an interesting viewpoint. Not entirely
Maybe.
wrong. Okay,
Maybe
I
he's
will tell
been-
you that beyond the 5-foot square vestibule, there is inside is just a 5-foot square vestibule with a tattered curtain.
Is that curtain gonna explode, Jimmy? Maybe you should check it out.
I'll go. You guys can stay out here. I'm closing the door behind me. You make your choice.
If you touch the door, it might electrocute you again. I wouldn't do that.
No, I feel good about this.
Okay, so Jimmy's going in.
Yes.
What's everybody else doing?
Let's just go in.
Okay.
Sure.
Because it's also getting dark. My other thought. I really don't want to be out here after
I
dark.
thought we had a few hours till sundown.
It was dusk.
You got a couple hours till sundown.
Oh, okay.
Like, dusk is approaching, but it's not going to be dark for some
Another
time.
question: do we want to risk it reactivating, having
Sorry.
to go through the process again? I mean, there's that consideration too.
You just have to do the dance again. It's fine.
Maybe it changes. Jimmy's not that wise in the ways of wizardry.
Jimmy figured out the door.
Yeah. I mean, you guys knew it, saw it too, right? It wasn't just me.
Raider just didn't feel like dancing like an asshole.
Well, as it turns out, being an asshole comes naturally to Jimmy. Except where little kids are involved. All right. Well, good playing, you guys. I'll see you later. Can't believe that worked. I thought for sure that wasn't going to work.
Did you just wave your hands in front of the door? Is that what you did?
That's exactly it. I know. You know what it is. I did. Have you guys seen The Proposal with Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds?
No.
No,
Yeah.
see, I have a penis.
And obviously not a wife or fiance you care about, because basically Jimmy did what Sandra Bullock did with Betty White in The Woods.
What?
You seen the
No one's
Proposal,
seen
right?
it.
No one's seen it. This reference doesn't help.
Hang on, I don't get you. How have you guys not seen The Proposal?
Haven't seen it.
Don't watch it.
Apparently.
Feel like I
Great
need to see it.
rom-com. Hang on, Sandra Bullock.
I'm going to grab some
Betty
tea.
White.
You guys are doing great.
Here, Jason. No, you need to watch this too, Jason. Hang on.
He's
What are you
done.
doing? He does. He has. We'll wait for him to get back, and we'll watch this together.
Oh, can we
Or you
play
can-
a
or you can
game?
watch it
I
now.
vote
Can we-
no.
Okay, we'll just watch it. We'll wait. Then just watch it. We'll wait. We're waiting here anyway. You might as well watch it. Let's wait for the punchline.
I used the only healing potion I have. Does anybody else have one they can give to Vermeil?
I don't need it.
Oh my god.
Come on, Brian.
I'm fine.
Sure, some of you guys watched that video, right?
No, we're playing a game.
I'm back.
Okay, well, after the game, you just need to watch that video because I don't want to play
Roger.
the game right now, but it's amazing. You'll laugh your ass off.
I can't wait. Okay. So, the flagstone floor is strewn with debris, and a few old crates stand near the east wall. A torn curtain to the south partially obscures the tower vestibule. A 5-foot square indentation in the center of the floor contains 4 pulleys attached to taut iron chains that stretch up through a similarly sized hole in the rotted wooden ceiling. Standing next to the chains are 4 tall clay statues.
I think we should take a break without touching anything. Just sit down right where you are. Don't move a muscle.
Works for me.
Okay?
We're-
Is
we're
that you
taking
guys
a
wanting to
break.
take a short rest?
Yes.
Yes.
Who's going to roll the encounter die for me?
I guess I will, since Jimmy brought us in here. That seems fair.
Okay. Be a
I'm good with
D20.
that.
D20.
I feel like that's pretty good, right?
You short
20?
rest.
Cool.
No problem.
All right.
Ooh, we can spend
Everybody can
it.
spend hit dice.
Your mill should technically have 27 wounds right now. From that one health.
I'll just give myself a bonus one later.
I'm like lagging or something when I roll the dice. We don't have anything that gives us bonus.
Hold
here,
on, Brian.
right?
I'm just going to you have one less wound.
Yep.
All right, that's all my wins. Perfect. Perfect.
Hit dice are overrated.
Okay. An hour passes by without event. It's
All right.
actually very quiet in the tower. It's actually pretty peaceful.
Maybe we should.
You
say
do
hello.
hear a creaking of wood as the wind blows. There's some light cascading down from above as it's coming in through the gash you saw on the side of the tower.
I kind of wonder if we were tricked.
What are the clay statues of?
I should mention that about 60 seconds after entering, the door shuts.
I figured.
The metal door does.
Is there a symbol on the inside?
Nope. You guys want to try and open it?
No. What are the clay statues of?
They look
Okay.
like, I mean, they're humanoid, and they look like, kind of like a simple statue of men. Kind of larger bellies, very muscular, but it's primitive. Like they don't have a lot of definition to them.
Okay. Are they doing any weird poses or anything?
Actually, each one is holding one of the chains going up into the ceiling.
And is there like a pulley system? There's like a elevator down here, or is it up?
As you consider the possibility of it being an elevator, the statues start to move.
Oh,
All of a sudden, they start letting chain out, hand over hand, and you can hear it creaking way up towards the top of the tower, echoing down to you.
well, that's interesting.
After a brief period, an elevator platform, so wooden platform, lowers all the way down and stops in the center.
At least not a portal.
I guess we get on and think elevator
Yeah. Think happy thoughts.
or up or something.
Yeah.
Is it super cramped on there, or is it?
The
fine
four of
for-
you fit. It's not a loose fit. Like, you can all fit, but it's kind of tight.
Yeah.
Is the wooden like platform steady? Like it can hold the weight no problem, or
It does seem stable.
We should have Vermeil go on first just to make sure.
it's a great idea.
We'll
I'll
catch
just-
you. We'll go.
Maybe
go,
I
we'll
should
go.
poke the statues first with my sword.
Nope. No, I'm not touching anything. I'm just gonna hop on the elevator.
Yep,
I'm not
I'm
I'm not sure your sword is going to work in here.
I'm done with extracurricular activities for a while.
Help Jason see if I feel his power inside.
Negative.
Oh, it's a nullification.
Feels like a
shield.
hilt.
Hmm.
In fact,
Hopefully-
any of you who have magic items, they do not feel magic.
I
Even
don't
my
think we have
pack
magic
blade?
items.
That tingle is just
Can I
gone.
even- Can I even bring my pack blade out?
It's an interesting question. I'm going to actually sage advice that one.
The weapon counts as magical. if
It's
it
like Iron.
recovers
It's like Iron Man 3. Okay. The sword isn't me. I'm the sword or whatever. Like I'm still.
Oh, I
fighting
thought
away
you were
without it.
gonna like break out a whole bunch of sword hilts.
No,
So we were focused on different things.
I'm going to tell you this.
I am the.
You could have
Sunblade.
experimented with this before coming in. You cannot summon it or dismiss it in this tower.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But you
I
could
mean,
have it out before you came in. However, you can tell it's not magical in here.
So Sunblade, what about Sunblade? Could I have it out before coming in?
The moment you enter the field, it snuffs it.
Okay.
Since its blade is the only way it's actually a weapon,
Gotcha.
that is negated.
Okay. I suspected as much.
Well-
This is an anti-magic field.
Yes.
I think Raider's gonna be holding on to his silver pike then.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I got my
So-
silver dagger. Now I wish I got something other than a silver dagger, because silver dagger doesn't seem quite so impressive now.
How ironic. We're entering a wizard's tower where magic is not allowed.
Okay.
Well,
Maybe his is allowed.
If you had, if you had some points in Arcana, you might know that it can have exceptions. So most likely, only the wizard who built this tower can use magic here.
So let's just go on up. Unless you want me to
It's a lot safer to summon a demon when it can't use magic.
Makes
Right.
sense.
Okay,
Has Amy been in here recently?
so
on
you
the-
think?
thinking second floor, or are we thinking further?
I think Brian's thought up.
Yeah.
It starts
I
to
was
float
gonna
up.
think elevator or up.
It's not a smooth ride. Like they go and they pull down, and you go up 5 feet. Like it jerks up 5 feet, and then they reach up and they yank down again, and you go up 5 more feet. The ceiling's 20 feet up, and as you get towards the top of this, you can see the next ceiling's 20 feet up from that.
Okay.
You can see dust and cobwebs fill this otherwise empty room, the wooden floor of which is badly rotted and partially collapsed.
That's DM code for don't get off.
Mhm.
Raider's
Hey.
kind of thinking out loud, saying, "I thought Van Rooken said he lived here."
Yeah.
Mhm.
I feel like you might lied to us.
I think so too.
Let's keep going up, maybe,
Yep. Think up.
or maybe think master of the tower. Like take us to master of the tower.
I think up's fine.
As long as you guys all pick the same thing to think. Brian was the first one to think, so right now I'm saying it's gonna the first person to speak. So I heard
I'm
keep
good
going
with
up.
up. Yeah.
Okay.
Works.
Let's close that out. So as you continue
Just
up,
remember the first Mission Impossible and jump off before you hit the spikes, just in case.
time and elements have all but destroyed this chamber, leaving a gash in the northwest wall and slimy black mildew on the walls. The wooden floor is completely rotted, has begun to fall away in places.
Okay. Not getting off here.
Okay.
Up.
Keep going up.
Okay.
Somewhere that doesn't suck. How about that?
Take me to the place that
Can we
doesn't
take
suck.
that? Exactly. That seems like pretty straightforward.
Unlike the levels below, this room actually shows signs of recent habitation.
Okay.
And although the place reeks of mold and mildew, it has plenty of creature comforts, including a cozy bed, a desk with a matching chair, bright tapestries, and a large iron stove with plenty of wood to feed it. Light enters through arrow slits as well as through dirt-caked windows with broken shutters. Other features of the room include a standing suit of armor and a wooden chest. Old wooden rafters bend under the weight of the tower roof, which has somehow remained intact. Mounted to the rafters are pulleys around which hang iron chains that support the tower's elevator platform.
Maybe it's magical armor. We should check that out.
But there's nobody in here other than a suit of armor.
We don't see anybody or hear anybody. That's a good question.
Don't see anyone.
Well, let's step off the platform.
Yeah.
I'll step off first as a guinea pig, I guess.
Give me a second here.
That's very brave of you.
Yep, that's what I'm here for.
Just remember, everything here is trapped.
Yes.
Maybe this is the outside. So I like to be optimist, while you're a pessimist. So I prefer to think it's nice inside. They're just trying to keep us out, but now that we're in, it's okay.
And Tibble's gonna say something when you're finished breathing, Jason, out loud.
Okay, I'm sorry. I can now pay attention.
Oh, okay. Kettle's going to say out loud, "We came here for knowledge. We're here to help defeat Strahd."
Okay. The acoustics are not great in this room.
It was a lovely speech.
It's very echoey. I believe Jimmy was the one who's going to be brave enough to step off the platform.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You step off, and outside of the floor creaking a little, not like oh shit creaking, a little creak on the boards, but they seem firm, and you step off. Nothing moves in the room.
Well,
We'll also
Alright.
step off then.
Okay.
now imagine if I got crashing down after I got off it. That'd be terrible.
Raider wants to look out the south window to see if the approach.
Sure. Let me actually put your characters in that room for positioning. Mm-hmm.
We're about to die.
We've been about to die since
Well,
we got.
Tokens
Got
aren't
this
locked,
place.
so you can relax a little bit.
Yep.
You're not in trouble until you can't move your guys. I can't move my token.
What was that on the east side? A stove?
A stove. Yeah, a stove with some firewood to warm the place up. It is
Is
a
the
little
stove-
chilly in here.
Is the stove lit?
It is not lit.
Has it been lit recently?
Yes.
There are ashes in it. The ash pan hasn't been emptied. So, the ashes aren't like damp and sooty, or aren't like damp and clumpy. So, there's been a fire burned within days.
Mm-hmm.
Can
So-
we read that journal?
What language is it?
Can try.
Mm. Caesar, wooden chest. Which journal?
Well, it looks like there's a journal or something on his desk.
Oh yeah. See, I hate maps. That's just the map pack that there is a desk, and you can see that it has writing utensils and stuff. And there are some like parchments and stuff to write on, but you don't see any journal on it.
All right. So I want to check. I want to examine the armor. Does it look magical in any way? I guess I probably would be able to tell here, would I? Or anything special about it?
About the armor?
Yeah. Is it alive? Like living armor?
You don't know. I mean, you could give me an Arcana check, I guess.
Sure. Not my specialty, but hey, you know, I feel lucky.
So,
What's today already?
you don't see anything unusual about the armor. It's a very nice set of armor.
Very nice.
Is it plate mail or is it?
It is, but it's an incomplete set. It's like what would be like a showpiece set.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really made for wearing. It's ornamental.
Gotcha.
bed.
Now, that's not to say you can't wear it. It's just
Yeah.
it would not give you the protection of plate mail.
The bed, does it look recently tossed or has it been made? Is it?
Give me an investigation check. Raider, you're looking out the window, and you notice, you think, some shadows moving along the tree line across the water.
I'll call that out.
Okay.
Cool. Maybe they can't get in here either.
I thought the water was north of us.
Oh yeah, and vampires
No,
can't
the
cross water,
across the
right?
ford. I mean,
Vampires can't cross moving water.
Tybalt. The bed does look to have been used recent. Like, it has an imprint. You're not sure how long ago it was used, but the biggest thing you've noticed is there are long black hairs in it.
Like werewolf?
No, like long black hairs, like feet long. They
Like a
appear to be
long
human.
beard.
They look like human hair.
Like
What's
like beard hair or hair hair?
Wizards
Hair.
always have long hair.
It's finer
Okay.
hair.
So not like okay, so it's not thick.
But it's not
or
like
whatever.
it is not the color of Rictavio's hair Van Richten's hair.
Okay. We said there was a wizard here. I thought.
That's what we were told.
Yeah.
Beginning to think that we've been. I'm gonna take a look at the desk.
Van Richten said that this was a wizard's tower, and he lives there now.
Oh.
He never said a wizard lives here now.
Oh. We could just spend the night. Settle down, wait.
I'm gonna take a look at the desk. I'm not really going to try to
Oh.
open it or touch it or whatever. I'm just going to see what I can
If
observe.
we get the wizard's name, he's supposed to have a servant that will guide us to that which we seek.
Well, I think the wizard's name may be Karazhan, and the servant's name is this Van Richten.
I don't know why you're saying Karazhan, but that's close to the.
I wrote it down.
Karazhan is a place in World of Warcraft, so it's
Kazan.
understandable. There you go.
Kazan. So, can I see anything on the desk without actually opening it and causing explosions?
As I told Brian, I can give you a closer look. You can see someone has used this desk for writing. There's some ink stains on the, around the inkwell, and there's a lot of parchment here. But you don't see. If you had to say anything, you look like this desk has been rifled through.
Interesting. Maybe somebody that doesn't belong here has been here.
Maybe we're late.
We got here exactly when we were meant to be here. So I'm just gonna lay down in the bed, relax, kick my feet up.
Okay.
Can't wait for that bed to fall through the ground.
Yeah. And if we call out the name Kazan,
I'm gonna say, hey Tibble, what's coming? What's out the other window? Anything coming that way?
There is also a wooden chest at the foot of the bed.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, it has a lavender aroma emanating from it.
We'll check it for traps.
Okay, give me a investigation check.
I'm working
It
for
says tell him before you open it. He's gonna move to the other side of the room.
Yeah,
Or
that's
perception, up to you, either one.
Perception, I prefer
Tibble,
perception.
you're checking the west wall, the west window. Along the shoreline to the southwest, you also think that you catch dark shapes moving low to the ground, not even humanoid.
Can I tell if they're
amid
on
the
this
bushes.
side of the river? The other side of the river.
On the other side, like
Okay.
in the woods along the tree line, across the
Okay.
water.
Let me take a look and see if I can identify him.
Sure.
We couldn't ask her to be in a better spot.
You can easily see them, Vermeil. I just need a perception to see if you can tell more than they can. Vermeil, in your many travels, tell me about the first time you ever saw a werewolf.
Well, I was at the top of a tower.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
You see the shape of several wolves moving amongst the bushes. And at first you're thinking, oh, great, there's a bunch of wolves out there. And then you notice one of the wolves is hunched over a little taller, and then it stands up on its hind legs. And it looks like a cross between a man and a wolf.
Didn't they say something about werewolves recently or whatever?
And
That was
dire
how we were
bears.
supposed to find our way if we didn't follow the Stony.
No, the
Very
tiger guy said something about it.
Did he?
He said that he's hunted werewolves in the woods. Yeah.
I'll tell you something else. Like they were secret bad guys or something. I don't know.
No, that was the dire wolves were
Oh, okay.
druids.
That's right. That's it. Thank you. Thank you.
By the way they're moving, you're fairly confident that they are aware someone or something is in the tower. Oh, the lightning, by the way, stopped crackling after about 10 minutes around the tower.
I like to think that they're too stupid to get in here, so let's just stay here. Like,
It is getting dark outside.
yeah. But it is a great defensive position.
It's not like they're gonna get up here very easily. They'll be pretty cramped on that. thing if they even know how to make it work.
At this point, the fire from the wagon has gone out as well. There's just a giant black scorch mark where it used to be. And actually, the southeast walls of the tower are scorched too, because some of the napalm-like jelly of the alchemist fire blasted that far away.
All right, so we should start a fire in here and stay here.
Okay, no problem. You can get a fire going, and want to stay here for the night?
Guess so.
I would like charisma saving throws from everyone.
No.
Skills. I'm gonna roll it with advantage.
Woo! Vermeil knocked that one out of the park.
I'm using my inspiration, Jason.
Cat.
Okay.
Charisma saving throw.
Wow.
In the box or in the open.
The open's fine.
All right, I use my inspiration.
We're all gonna know if you suck. So you
Ouch.
suck.
Ouch.
Double
That's
six.
how I feel about advantage right now too.
Okay. Tibble and Vermeil. I'm sorry. Tibble and Jimmy. And Raider. Okay, Vermeil's the only one who's got nerves of steel. You spend the entire night listening to wolves howl. And some of them are like
See,
blood-curdling noises.
Does my personality trait that I can stare down a hellhound without flinching help at all?
Seeing it for some of the other stuff you've done, I'll let you have advantage. I mean, I'll let you have a reroll because of that. Because one of your flaws has definitely been in play this game. I mean, this campaign. All right. Raider nerves of steels through it. So, for the first hour, you're getting no rest. The two of you are just unnerved by this. You're getting zero rest. No effect of a long rest from doing this.
Okay.
You can't sleep. You just keep waking up. It's almost like the wolves have timed it. And they start like a really big howl right as you're about to drift off.
Dude, if you get blown up and then shocked, you can sleep through anything.
Nice.
Now,
Fuck it.
you may just push through it and sleep through it. I'm just saying your long rest will not be as effective.
I'm not going outside in the dark, so either way, we're not either rest or not. I ain't going out there.
Okay?
Keep waking
Raider's
up
gonna
going.
actually. Raiders like wants to play around with Jimmy's sword just so you can make it. more
I
powerful,
kind of want to open the window and shout, "Piss off, you wankers!"
I keep waking up and going, where? Wolf?
Oh, I guess I can't play around with Jimmy's
Yeah.
sword.
Not magic.
You can play around with his hilt.
It's on how you or
He's already in bed for you.
Right, but Raider can't do what he's wanting to do, trying to mimic it.
Yep.
Yeah, his hilt doesn't work in this tower.
By the way, Raider, inside the tower, you're completely cut off. Your link, your telepathic link is suppressed.
All right.
So you're actually flying solo inside the tower.
It's probably a very weird feeling for him.
Yeah, you feel completely cut off. You innately know you cannot tap on any of your resources or your powers. So,
It's all right, man. You can still slash with the best of them.
okay, you get through the night. However, both Jimmy and Tibble are exhausted in the morning. So you have disadvantage on skill checks.
Okay.
Because you have one level of exhaustion.
All right.
You just do not get a lot of sleep. Come morning, you do still see some shapes outside, but it looks like just wolves. You don't see any werewolves now.
So I want to go outside and see if we actually see tracks, like if they were really there, or if it was the tower making us see things.
Okay. How do you want to get down?
I'm gonna get on the elevator and think
Hang
down.
on. I want to
Everyone
look through
climbs
the
on.
desk. Is there nothing in the desk? We never looked through it.
You see you do find a a few more reams of paper. Some of them have indentations on them, as though they were like the sheet below what someone wrote on. There is, you find a bin that it looks like someone burned paper in. And it's got a lot of ash in it, including like what looks like a piece of bookbinding. It looks like someone burned a journal in this bin.
We can't mend it either.
Is there any way that we can, I don't know, kind of MacGyver the writing off the indentations with some of the ash from the fire pit?
Sure, I'd let you try.
Okay.
Does
somebody else want to try? Because I've got disadvantage on skill check.
I need an intelligence check from someone, and I want an investigation check from someone, and I want a dexterity check from someone. Sleight of hand.
I can do that.
Okay.
I'm proficient in sleight of hand.
I'm not sure
I
how
have
you can long rest only of your mail. You can probably give him all his hit dice back and all his stuff back.
Oh,
Yeah,
here. I didn't even hit long rest. Hold on. Let me.
Does help
long rest. There you go.
But
does
that
help give advantage or just D4?
Does what?
Jason? Does help give advantage or just a D4 bonus? The help command.
Help is advantage.
Okay, so if Brian helps me, I can do sleight of hand while he does his thing.
I'm proficient in sleight of hand and investigation.
Anyone who's doing one of the tasks cannot
Or
help
not
somebody else.
investigation.
Okay. Well, somebody else wants to help me. I could do sleight of hand. I have +5 to sleight of hand.
I have +6.
Okay, but you're doing one. You're doing
you're
one.
not going to do both, or no? Are these just simultaneous things?
This is together. I need two people doing that. One person can make both tests. I'm fine with that.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, let Brian do it. That's fine.
All right, so sleight of hand and what else?
Investigation.
Can I help Brian? Like, just give him a
Yeah,
help?
you can help him.
I'm
That's
gonna help
fine.
you with sleight of hand.
Okay.
The investigation would be a bigger deal.
Yeah, but I'm not very investigative.
Oh, I gotcha.
Okay. You are able to get some information off of it. So, ordinarily I would hand you this page and share it with you so you guys can read it. However, I'm not going to do that because this is an imprint of it. So I'm going to read it to you. Whatever you can remember is what you were able to make out. For more than 3 decades now, I have undertaken to investigate and expose creatures of darkness to the purifying light of truth and knowledge. Hero, I am named in some circles. Sage and Master Hunter, I am called in others. That I have survived countless supernatural assaults is seen as a marvel among my peers. My name is spoken with fear and loathing among my foes. In truth, this virtuous calling began as an obsessive effort to destroy a vampire that murdered my child, and it has become for me a tedious and bleak career. Even as my life of hunting monsters began, I felt the weight of time on my weary shoulders. Today, I am a man who has simply lived too long. Like a regretful lich, I find myself inexorably bound to an existence I sought out of madness, and seemingly must now endure for all eternity. Of course I shall die, but whether I shall ever rest in my grave haunts my idle thoughts, and torments me in my dreams. I expect those that think me a hero will change their minds when they know the whole truth about my life as a hunter of the unnatural. Nevertheless, I must reveal here and now that I have been the indirect yet certain cause of many deaths, and the loss of many good friends. Mistake me not, I do not merely feel sorry for myself. Rather, I come to grips with a devastating realization. I now see that I am the object of a baleful Vistani curse. More tragically, the nature of this hex is such that I have not borne the brunt of it. Instead, far worse, those who surround me have fallen victim to it. I have related the tragic story of how my only child Erasmus was taken by Vistani and sold to a vampire. I explained how Erasmus was made a minion of the Night Stalker, and how it was my miserable part to free him from that fate at the point of a stake. What I have neglected to illuminate before is how I tracked Erasmus's kidnappers across the land, or how I extracted Erasmus's whereabouts from them. In fact, the Vistani took Erasmus with my own unwitting permission. They had brought an extremely ill member of their tribe to me one evening, and that's the end of the page.
Oh. Well, that's not very useful.
Are you kidding? Next time we see our friend Van Lichten, we can talk.
Oh,
about
I'm sorry.
Erasmus.
That is not all of it. and insisted I treat him, but I was unable to save the young man's life. In fear of their retribution, I begged the Vistani to take anything of mine, if only they would withhold their terrifying powers, of which I knew nothing. To my lasting astonishment, they chose to surreptitiously take my son in exchange for their loss. By the time I realized what had occurred, they were already an hour gone. Incensed beyond reason, I strapped the body of the dead young man to my horse, and doggedly followed the Vistani caravan through the woods, naively allowing the sun to set before me without seeking shelter from the night. Shortly after darkness fell, I was beset by an undead that would have slain me had not their master, a lich, intervened and spared my life, for reasons that I do not completely understand. He somehow detected me, and with his powerful magic, took control of a pack of zombies that wandered in the forest. He spoke to me through the mouths of the dead things and placed a magic ward against undead on me, then animated the dead Vistani and bade it to tell me where I could find its people. Unfortunately, I say in hindsight, the plan worked. I found the child stealers, and my unwelcome entourage included a growing horde of voracious undead that could not touch me thanks to the Lich's ward. When I found the caravan, I threatened to set the zombies on the Vistani unless they returned my dear boy. They replied that he had been sold to the vampire Baron Metus. Something inside me snapped. I released the zombies, and the entire tribe was eaten alive. Yet the story is not ended. Before she died, the leader cursed me, saying, "Live you always among monsters, and see everyone you love die beneath their claws." Even now, many years later, I can hear her words with painful clarity. A short time later, I found my dear Erasmus made into a vampire. He begged me to end his curse, which I did with a heavy heart. The darkness had torn him from my loving arms forever, and I foolishly believed that the curse had exacted its deadly toll. I wept until an insatiate desire for vengeance filled the bottomless rift in my heart. That's the end of the entry.
Interesting.
Some heavy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raider feels less eager to go and kill a bunch of Vistani now. He doesn't want to get cursed.
I'm not sure how it helps us.
Though he still wants to kill Stanimir.
Well, note to self: if you have a dying Vistani, don't heal him. Or try to heal him. Just kill them all. All right. Well, that was interesting.
Okay.
Tibble's kind of tired. Wants to go outside and lay under a tree.
So, that's interesting, because outside of the south, at the end of the ford, there are 9 wolves just pacing back and forth.
Are they dire wolves or regular wolves?
They appear to be regular-sized wolves.
How far away are they actually from us?
Well, it's 80 feet to the ground, and then they are probably, it's 50 feet to the ford, probably 50, about 100 feet from the edge of the tower.
All right.
Maybe 120.
So we'll go kill him so we can get a good night's sleep.
Are there any ravens?
You do not see any ravens.
Time to kill some wolves.
Yes.
Let's go. Raider shoulders his sword and beckons for people to get on the lift.
Let's get on the lift and think bottom floor.
Indeed.
Or down if that doesn't do anything.
Yes.
Wow.
So the wolves are 100 feet away from the tower, so they won't come within a certain range.
So, you get on the elevator. You think bottom floor. It's a very jerky ride to the bottom, but it lowers you down.
All right.
And
Jimmy, do you have to do your dance in front of the door to open it?
I don't think so. I think it's just trying to keep people out, not people in. That's my hypothesis.
I'm going to stand back. Let you open the door.
okay,
Right behind you, Jimmy. Way behind you.
I'm sure.
is there a special marching order then right now?
I'm in front.
I think Jimmy's opening the door with us, seeing if it zaps him.
Okay. No, the door does not zap him. It opens normally. As a matter of fact, as you reach to push on it, it just opens. Like
Fair
it can
enough.
sense you want to open it.
Raider looks at everyone and asks if they got ranged weapons because he's going to start blasting once we get up the door.
Yep.
I don't know how much I have. Not really. I do have a crossbow, actually. I didn't realize that.
Might want to get that out.
Sure. In fact, maybe we stay here. Let them come to us.
I only have a hand crossbow.
Still
Okay.
shoot at him.
I have a longbow.
So I've got Raider. I believe it was Jimmy in front.
Yeah, I'm open the door and just fire a shot if they're in range.
Tibble. Okay. So you see the 9 wolves that are out at the edge.
How far away are they?
From here, about 120 feet.
Okay. I'm going to move up 20 feet and fire.
Okay. So
Raider's
about
going
to
to
there.
Eldritch Blast at the same one.
Just like wolves.
So we're just going to mark them all that they are very far away. We can go ahead and roll for initiative.
All right. Did I not roll? Double clicked it.
Oh,
There
initiative.
we go.
Okay, Jimmy. Go ahead, man.
I'm going to fire my arrow. I don't have. It's at 100 feet, so I don't have disadvantage. Just normal.
I believe, yeah, it's 100 feet. I just assume you were moving up to where you wouldn't have disadvantage.
Is this one just theater of the mind?
Yeah, I think so. I don't have a big grid. And
How do I
this will just
click
work.
on them to fire without a map? I've never done.
Just
this
hold
before.
control and click on the one you want to attack. There you go.
I can't tell if it's a target. Is it a target or
You
not?
are not targeting anything. You are
Oh,
now
yeah.
targeting Wolf 1.
I see. Okay. Well, that's not
Okay,
gonna do it.
you whiff hard.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so Jimmy steps up, fires off his heavy crossbow. The bolt whistles off, flies high. You see one of the wolves kind of duck a little late as it goes over, and
I would say.
kind of growls menacingly.
I'm gonna say, sorry, lads. I'm used to fire from the deck of a moving ship. It's a little weird to be still and firing. Aim off.
Vermeil.
Man, I really don't think they're gonna get closer, but I suck at this range. We're all
On the
gonna stay
bright
back
side.
here, right?
On the bright side, the wolves can't shoot back.
I'm gonna ready an action this turn that if any wolves get within 30 feet, I want to fire at it. But otherwise,
You
Okay.
only have a hand crossbow? You don't have a crossbow?
yeah.
No problem. Oh, let me.
I think you just started
Probably should
combat.
have synced view here. So these squares are really just relational, like where are you guys in relation to each other. So Vermeil has a ready to action to fire if any of the wolves charge. You have, let's see here. Interesting.
What's up?
If it's in that one,
Are you helping anyone? I guess you can't. You have to, the enemy has to be within 30 feet, or does the ally have to be within 30 feet?
I believe he has to be within 30 feet of the enemy.
Okay. Roger.
Is that right, Brian?
Yeah, once the enemy gets within 30 feet of me, I can shoot.
No, your help action.
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure. We've been using it wherever the enemy is.
Yeah, I thought it was he has to be within 30 feet of the enemy that he wants to help with.
I think so.
Okay, so the out of the woods, you see 6 more larger wolves, not quite dire wolf size, but larger wolves, emerge from the bushes and start to race up. In fact, they leap over the normal wolves. And as they're in midair, you see them start to shift and they land on their hind legs and continue running. They are definitely werewolves. They cover about 40 feet of ground closer to you. They're about 60 feet away now. Let's see. Yeah, I would say they started at 100. Yeah, they get to about 40 feet away, actually. So they are, yeah, about 40 feet for the werewolves.
Nice.
All of them are charging. Tibble, they are charging across the ford.
Well, guess I will. I don't really want to run up into the middle of them, so I will attack them with my longbow.
Okay. 21 hits for 8 damage, and
But it's
it
not a
is
silver bow. It's
not a
it's
silvered weapon. The arrow actually, it flies up. It's a perfect shot. I mean, it's fantastic, and it actually hits it in the chest, and the arrow just splinters off of it. It doesn't splinter. I take it back. It just snaps, the thunks into it. It doesn't seem impeded by it at all.
Okay, then for my, can I ready my
And
second
the
attack?
werewolf grabs the arrow and throws it to the ground. Can you ready?
Can I ready the second attack? I get
No.
2 attacks.
You could. I would let you ready to. You take a readied action and you can make an attack with. That means you can't use extra attack. So you can
That's
fire
fine.
another shot, but you can't ready your second attack.
You could shoot a regular wolf.
Yeah, I think I'll just switch to a regular wolf then.
Okay.
That's unfortunate.
And
That's-
that definitely misses.
Okay, then I guess I'm done.
Okay. And the wolves go. The wolves advance up with the werewolves. And let's see. They spend about 60 feet of movement. They double move and end up basically about 40 feet away with the rest of the werewolves. So there's a total of 9 wolves and 6 werewolves.
Yeah.
Okay. They all do the same. So everything's at about 40 feet now. Raider.
Raider kind of smiles and says this is going to get interesting. And he ends up casting darkness on his own blade. And he moves. He says, you might want to get the ones that get past me. And he moves to the side so he's not making.
Oh, shit. Okay. So you have a globe of darkness that you are inside?
Yep. And I can see through it because of the.
Yeah,
devil's
you have
sight, but
Devil's Sight. Oh, this is
It
going to
is.
get real interesting. So, how far are you going to move?
He still wants to. How far away are they from Jimmy? Are they 40
They're
feet?
about 40 feet from the front line, you two.
He's gonna still keep them about 35 feet away, but he's moving to the side so that he's not blinding his allies.
Okay, perfect. I like it. So, start of the next turn. You see one last guy who looks something like this emerge from the tree line about 120 feet away. And he is walking towards the ford calmly. And then you see him start to jog. And as he starts getting into a full sprint, you see him starting to turn into a werewolf as well. And he is larger than the other ones.
Oh, nice.
And then it's Jimmy's turn. I would say he is currently 80 feet out. So 80, 40, That's it.
Jimmy, I bet your blade works now.
Oh yeah, definitely. He said he's about 40 feet. You said.
The new guy is about
80.
80. The rest of them are at
Okay.
40.
That's interesting.
And basically just all charging ahead.
I'm gonna shout. We're gonna send you back to your master's dead. Servants of the vampire. I ain't got nothing. Fuck it. I'll pull my sword out and charge.
I'm gonna stick you with this.
You know what? Screw you
Pain,
guys.
lots of pain.
You don't want to be in that circle. You can't see in that.
How does my sunblade interact with his darkness?
Depends on what level sunblade the sun
Uh-huh.
from sunblade is.
It's not a light spell. Or actually, it's the same as a daylight spell. So
Oh.
maybe it would cancel it. I don't know. I think it would actually extinguish it because it's a pretty high level sword.
Well, I'm not gonna get in that darkness because he's doing his own thing over there. By the way,
Okay,
combat tokens
so
are
you're
unlocked.
going to charge ahead. Yeah, I don't see any point in locking them right now. So we're just going to do this. You guys are the back rank. You're like here, and you're over here. That'll leave me room to move
That works. That
stuff
works.
on so we can say what's assigned to what.
And I'm gonna shout, "Come at me, you vampire shits!" Because I know they're not vampires, but they probably serve them. So,
Okay.
and I'm gonna rage. Can I ready an attack at this point or no?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm dropping my crossbow. I did that already. So I'm gonna ready attack the first thing gets in range of me.
Okay. And go ahead and rage out.
All right. Hopefully it doesn't backfire. Let's see. Rage. Fly. Excuse me. And that's my turn. So I'm like, oh, yeah, I already did. No, I didn't. Okay, now I did. There, perfect.
Vermeil.
So Jimmy moved up like 30-ish feet, right?
That's the assumption I made since he said he was charging ahead. So he's probably 10 feet from the wolves.
Yeah, basically neck and neck with the
So
darkness.
Jimmy's dead.
I feel really good about this. Why would I be?
Well, you're gonna get completely surrounded.
'Cause we've got 16 creatures that are about to surround you.
Yeah. Did you say stay back, or I didn't think you said stay back?
Raider purposely didn't move into their melee range yet, but so you charged past Raider. is
No,
what
no.
I'm
I always said I want to stay neck and neck with Raiders Dark.
Okay,
Aura.
Raider's 35 feet away from him.
which
Okay,
means
I wanna-
you might lose rage if you're not getting hit or attacked.
By the way,
You might
does
be-
Raider want to be 35 feet away if I tell you that the wolves were advancing 40 feet each move?
Oh,
Yeah, that's why.
Or would he rather be 45 feet away?
it's not a big deal.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I raged. I knew I'd be in melee range of them. You know what? I'm gonna stay 45 feet back. Fuck it. I'm gonna let that. See how
Well, they
this
were
works.
already 40.
But I'm gonna stay. Can I stay 40? Oh, sorry. I'd have to back up at that point, wouldn't I?
And
No.
then you'd lose your rage if you don't attack. So
Right. Well, I would like say I didn't rage in that situation. No, I'm just gonna stay. We're gonna go with this. 35 feet away, whatever.
Okay.
Neck and neck with Raiders Blackness.
So the werewolves actually don't charge. I mean, they close. Oh, I'm sorry. It was Vermeil's turn. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to figure it out.
Sure.
I want to get shit. I need to be 30 fucking feet
I'm
away.
stupid. I should have shot my arrow and then
So
rage it.
can I get 30 feet away? Help. Nick. And then back up into the darkness?
No, because then it's not a target you can see.
Fair
It
point.
was when I helped.
Yeah. You would help him right up until you couldn't see it anymore.
That's my initiative this time really sucks. It's really killing me.
Is it weird that I really wanted to try the variant initiative for this? I really
I'm
wanted
sorry,
to try it.
I have to see what help does exactly.
Gives advantage, doesn't it?
Shit, what page is that? Like 178?
Isn't it on your character sheet?
It doesn't give the proper book definition.
Ability. Master of Tactics. You can use the help action as a bonus action. Additionally, when you use the help action to aid an ally attacking a creature, the target of that attack can be within 30 feet of you rather than 5 feet of you, if the target can see or hear you.
Oh, see,
I guess the target could hear you.
Hear me.
Sure.
Fuck yeah! I want to go in the darkness and like help Jimmy.
Okay, you move into the pitch black darkness. You can hear
Yelling
wolves
at
howling and shit, and somehow you yell tactical advice based on where you hear the wolves. But I'm okay
Maybe
with
I
it.
just distract them.
It's your thing. I'm okay with it.
I'm just distracting the fuckers.
Okay. Yeah, he runs
Oh,
into
my-
going.
hey.
He pulls the line from Porky's and he runs into the darkness going, woo, boogie, 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 woo, boogie, boogie, boogie.
Wait, I forgot my bonus. I want to help
Just
Tibble with that one.
Okay, I'll let you type that in chat.
Yep.
So the werewolves advance a little, but hey, Bernie Heretic, yeah, go pretty good. Trying to wipe them. The werewolves, actually at this point, do charge in. Let me back up here. Let's see. No, they don't. No, the werewolves.
They let the grunts.
Yeah,
get
the werewolves
crashed down
advance
first.
a little, but they shift. No, they don't shift anymore. They just hold.
Oh, really?
Like at the perimeter at about 35 feet or so and don't advance. You can see they're spurring the wolves ahead of them. Tibble.
So the wolves are fairly close. The wolves
are
now in
40
front.
feet. The werewolf, they're all basically 35, 40 feet right now. But the werewolves are
Werewolves-
not advancing past the wolves.
And Kirill Stoyanovich is farther back. He's like at 80.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a
But he
lot
was
of wolves.
was he turning into a werewolf too or no?
He
Yes.
turned into a werewolf as he was advancing.
Okay.
And he was bigger than the other ones.
I guess I'll move up here. And I'll just continue to attack this wolf.
Okay?
Does he get advantage from the help?
Yes, he does.
Okay. Is that on both attacks?
Just the first one.
No, first one only.
That's a hit, though.
Very nice.
And you do 6 damage, or 10 damage, critically wounding the lead wolf. A second one flies, hitting, and killing that one. The first wolf goes down. There's a howl of rage from the werewolves.
All right. I'm going to put my longbow up because it's about to get crazy.
Okay. All right. The wolves advance. So, there are 8 remaining wolves. I check their senses again.
Once they have blind sight, do they have disadvantage?
They don't have blind sight. No, that's what I was checking. Okay, 4 go for each of the 2 guys who are not in the darkness. So 4 go for Tibble, 4 go for Jimmy. So
Can you actually reach to Tibble? I thought Tibble was kind of still behind a bit.
if Jimmy's at 35 feet, I thought Tibble moved up to be behind Jimmy. How close are you to Jimmy?
Shoulder to shoulder.
Okay,
All right.
then yeah, they're within the 40 feet. Okay,
Yep.
so the first one comes in. I'm gonna just do a target. So this one will be Jimmy. Target Jimmy. Why am I failing at targeting? Oh, because they're not on the tracker. Boop. Targeting Jimmy. Attacks. Misses with a 12. Next one. Boop. I put him here. Targeting Jimmy. Attacks with a bite. Hits for 10 damage.
Reduce to 5.
And
right?
you need to, reduce to 5.
Okay.
And you need to make a strength saving throw.
Wait, hang on. Don't I get to make my attack first because I had already attacked for
You did have a ready to attack. I'm sorry. That was actually in the first one for Wolf 2. I totally forgot.
It's okay. It's okay. Actions. Ba-da-ba-bum. So I need to. Was it Wolf 2 you said?
Yep.
Okay, because I'll have target right now. So, Sun Sword.
That's a hit.
And I'm not adjacent to. He's not adjacent to anybody, is he? Right. So no, there's no sneak attack.
Not to an ally, no.
Oh yeah, you're not.
But
Damn.
that kills it.
So does that mean your first attack actually applies to Wolf 2 and Wolf 3 hits him?
Wolf 3 is the one who did hit. Wolf 2
wouldn't
missed.
have gotten a
Or
hit.
Wolf 4 hits him, I guess.
Yeah, Wolf 2 wouldn't have gotten
Or
a hit.
one of the next wolves.
Oh, you're right. Wouldn't have
Well,
gotten a
yeah,
swing. So
right.
yeah, Wolf 3. We'll just say Wolf 4 misses.
Okay.
Okay, Wolf 4 will put where Wolf 2 was, and he whiffs. Wolf 5 will come up to here and attack. And he gets a critical.
Jesus.
And that does 14 damage reduced down to 6. And you need to make a strength save.
All right.
You need to make 2, actually. You've been hit twice.
Okay.
So don't suck. With advantage, you're raging. It should do it automatically, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna leave it off and you'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh, maybe. What I need.
11,
really-
that's good enough.
What?
And 18, good enough. You need it's DC 11. Okay,
Okay, perfect.
you do not go prone.
Right. Started as a rogue.
All right.
Was a rogue?
So Wolf 6
I was
comes
wondering
up
why you didn't have
and
proficiency
attacks.
since I
Oh,
started
yeah.
as a rogue.
Brian, because you can't see, this is interesting how this will work. Oh wait,
I thought
are
it
you?
was negated.
You said
But I
you were
thought-
side by side, but that's actually in the darkness. Which side do you want to be on, Tibble? You'd have to be on the other side if you want to be side by side and not standing in the darkness.
It's kind of side
Yeah,
by side.
I'm not. I can't stand in the darkness because I shot. So I guess put me on the other side.
Okay, then one will come up here. We'll do all the way around. Okay, and he is targeting Tibble. Critting. That's right.
Oh fuck.
I roll
Fire,
20s.
Jason.
Okay, he does 8 damage to you. That was almost the worst roll he could get.
That's not bad. 'Cause
There's
he
a lot of
critted me.
ones, and I
took
need a
almost
strength
8
saving
half
throw.
damage.
I forgot to roll with advantage, by the way, too. That wasn't even like a fished crit. So strength saving throw for Tibble.
Oh, yep. This could be bad.
No, this could be great. You're fine. Wolf 7.
I'm tired. Are my saves at
No, just skill checks.
Okay, good.
Okay, Wolf 7 will attack. I will give him advantage because of pack tactics. And he hits for 7. I need another strength saving throw. And you make it.
Tibble, you need to punch everything in GTFO.
Wolf
Yeah,
8
that's it.
comes up. Will attack Tibble with advantage for pack tactics. And hits for 9. And you make your save. And Wolf 9. It's a lot of wolves. Wolf 9 shows up and targets Tibble and has advantage and hits for 9, critically wounding him. I'm done moving wolves, and you made your strength save. Raider.
There's some good 20s.
Yeah, I'm in trouble.
All right. I mean, Raider's gonna move up
Okay.
and bring his great sword down with advantage
Yeah, absolutely.
and green flame blade on it.
Okay. Uh, 13
Did it
hits.
hit?
Yep.
Scroll off. 1 second. And
Okay.
fire also leaps off of that one onto the one beside it. 8 damage.
Okay, heavily wounding it.
And I also get a bonus attack from Great Weapon Master because I killed something.
Correct.
Nice.
So he moves up and goes to finish. Oh, I didn't roll with advantage, but it doesn't matter. He slays
And
that one.
that one is dying.
And so I think I moved 15. He's actually going to move south 15 more
Okay.
to be in the way of everyone else.
Okay.
And so I don't think the werewolves can actually see very much past him of what's happening.
No, you basically block out view of everyone above you.
Yep.
Nice. 10 pit points refilled if you needed it, but I guess you don't.
Start of the battle.
Okay. The lead werewolf suddenly stops. He howls out, and the werewolves all freeze instead of charging and start to back off a little bit. And then they turn and start to go into a full run. As they do, you notice that Kyril has a silver bolt sticking out of his shoulder,
Nice.
like a silver crossbow bolt. The wolves turn to flee and are cut down by you guys by opportunity attacks. So I'm
Okay.
just going to remove them. But you hear a splashing, and you see a woman with long black curly hair. She's wearing garb that looks kind of like a Vistani if it had Van Richten's sense of style. She's carrying a hand crossbow in one hand, and in the other hand she has an empty hand crossbow. You notice it's hanging on a chain that's attached to her belt. And as she's running, you can see that that one's empty, and she's tracking with a second one with a silver bolt loaded, sprinting across the ford towards the tower, towards you guys. Anyways, the werewolves are falling back, especially at watching their wolves just wither in front of you. And with their leader taking a silver bolt, he seems disinterested in pursuing this fight right now. They all retreat back to the tree line to gain total concealment.
Everyone's trying to blast them as they run away then too. But
Okay,
I'm
I
sure
will
they
give
range
you
pretty quick.
1 round. I'll give you each 1 round before they make the tree line. Those of you near the wolves, you're either engaging the wolves or
Yeah,
the wolves
that's
get
fair.
away. So if you're
Not
engaging
kill
the
the
wolves,
wolves.
they're just dead.
Oh yeah.
We'll skip it.
Oh yeah.
How I
Yeah.
been going down, dude. I was gonna kill a wolf and then use my shield to bash Scott out of the way of the other wolves and take his place.
Oh, I love that. You can have
Yeah.
inspiration for that. That's awesome.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, you
Oh,
slice
oh,
into
good.
one of them, you push him out of the way, continue and hack another one apart. Vermeil is either shouting words of encouragement or maybe actually stabs one.
As
I
she
would have
pushes-
actually attacked. for
I
some
would
more
go for,
damage.
I do a double back flip and stab one because it's going to work no matter what you
As
chose.
he pushes me out of the way, I reach out and grab one of the wolf's tongue and just rip it out of his head, and he bleeds to death on my leg.
See, Scott's embracing this.
Vermeil
All right.
is not flashy. I was just literally trying to kill one.
Raider, you managed to put an Eldritch Blast into one of the werewolves. It staggers under the impact, and then the werewolves have all hit the tree line. She comes sprinting up. You see her stutter step as she sees the wreckage of what used to be the wagon, and she stops and looks, and then very quickly you see her look at the door, and she does the quick motions, and the door opens and she sprints in, and she screams back, "Get the fuck in if you're getting the fuck in!"
I like
Oh,
this.
I'm getting the
I guess
fuck
I'll
in.
go in.
Let me guess. Does she have long black hair?
So guys,
She does,
which
long
one-
black curly hair, or like
So remember-
kinky wavy hair.
Does it look like the hair that I saw in the bed?
It does.
Yeah.
Looks like a match.
And I'm gonna shout, "Thank God you got here!" Because I mean, the wolf blew up that wagon and fighting for our lives.
Yeah, it was the wolves.
Those wolves blew up your fucking wagon. Okay.
I mean, I don't even know how they did it.
Wow. Okay.
And Raider goes back in and he's cut off again.
Yeah, as soon as you guys get within 5 feet, the sunblade goes out, your weapon, just the darkness goes off, everything stops the moment you get within 5 feet. As you sprint inside, she takes and makes a gesture with her hand, and the door slams shut. And she's just breathing hard right now. You can see she's exhausted. And she's just looking, and she looks at all 4 of you, and she just goes, "What the fuck just happened?" And that's our stopping point.
Okay.
I was killing a bunch of wolves. I don't know what those jokers were doing.
We were doing work as usual.
All right, guys.
Trying to get some damn peace and quiet so we can sleep.
Nick was cranky, so he had to go kill some shit.
Like,
So, that
that'll
is the session. Good game, guys. Glad we got to play again, finally.
hi,
Um,
Heretic.
We only missed 1 week, didn't we?